Hey Taurus, so today we're going to go ahead and look at your new love reading. This is for those of you who are single, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. And we're going to take a look and see who is this new person that's coming into your life, who is your next love, next encounter. So we're going to get some details on how you'll know who this person is, who they are, what this connection will be like between the two of you, and any other details that need to come up here today. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. And we have the moon here. I feel like there is a message here for somebody that there's something that is wanting to be stirred up kind of within you. There's a little bit of a warning, which I feel is coming from your body or your subconscious or higher self. And I don't know what this is here just yet, but I do feel like with the moon, there's some really, really strong connection that you're receiving a message about. And I actually wasn't going to do another collective reading, but I felt really called to sit down and do this. It's almost like I had to sit here and do this. And then the crows started in the background. There's something that's trying to, again, nag at you or send you a message. I'm also being, there's something in the back of my neck here with the Page of Wands. It feels like there's this sense of, I was getting a lot of orange energy, and here we have orange. Something which wants you to come alive or to seek out something or to have passion for something, but I'm getting it's a very persistent energy. So I want to see what else we have here. Yeah, Knight of Wands. It's time for you to be happy, I'm hearing. I feel like with this Four of Cups, this woman in the window is not happy. And I feel like Spirit's saying for somebody who needs to hear this, it's time for you to be happy. And I feel like you've been knowing this and you've been feeling this. And there's something almost like ants, fire ants that are like crawling on you, trying to, again, send you some intuitive message. Six of Cups and the Two of Wands, which I feel for the most part, if this is for you, it's about, again, moving somewhere or having a surge of passion in your life, maybe something which is telling you that it's time to surrender and to, let's see, what else, Spirit, about this message here? And this kind of came up in the reading I just did about, I think it was a twin flame reading, where it's like you're standing on the doorway or somebody's standing in the doorway and they are able to walk through that doorway to reach you, but they're not doing so. So with this Two of Wands, the moon, and the Six of Cups, there could be some stagnation that, again, is needing to be sort of stirred up or to be, it's like I'm seeing black ashes becoming something of fire again. So, bringing back a flame, bringing back a light, a passion, a zest. And I'm seeing here that that's what this is about. And that Four of Cups is, there's a feeling for someone that if you have been staying at home too much, or if you have been, not really putting yourself out there, I feel like this could be a message that if you have been looking to find friendships or love or inspiration, it's time to put yourself out there. Because I feel like with the Six of Cups and the moon, there's something that's repeating in your mind that's connecting you to the past. And there's a sudden storm. So a big surprise, both beauty and a warning that there are consequences. Get a taste of sweet successes, sticky situations, and even the occasional bite of bitter truth. Because I feel like the main thing here with the moon is with this heavenly gate or heaven's gate, there's kind of a feeling with this Four of Cups that you are in this energy right now, the viewer, whoever this is for. And with the moon here as well, there's a feeling of that intuitive message that's trying to connect with you, but maybe it can't reach you fully. Or if it has reached you, there's been a denial of it or pushing away of this. And so with this star kind of at the top here, and we actually do have the star at the bottom of the tarot, it was here a second ago, and I think that like we had earlier, it's time for you to be happy. It's time to, with the lightning bolt here and the moon, it's like it's time to follow your intuition, and it's also time to heed the call that you're receiving, even if you have been ignoring it, because you can't really ignore it anymore. It's something which is, it's like something which is nagging more and more each day. And the more you suppress it, the more that you run from it and ignore it, the louder the knocking gets. Seek hidden treasures of ancestral wisdom that help you escape your past and shape your future. You experience personal growth, explore family dynamics, and rest in the sanctuary of the soul, coming home. Yeah, and I think with the moon here, ultimately, I feel like you are coming home to self. With the Wheel of Fortune as well, I'm hearing something about Kundalini. So some of you could even feel like with this lightning, you're having like Kundalini activation. And I feel like with the lollipop here, it can be kind of a little bit of an unknown territory when you experience that, because it's something where you're being led to experience the full range of good and bad, of light and dark, of sweet and sour. And with the Four of Cups here, that stagnation is only going to hold you back from what life experiences could be waiting for you. And maybe it's a fear of the unknown, or a fear of, procrastination or hesitation or something holding you back. But this is like a message saying that you can't hold back anymore, or don't hold back anymore. And that moon is reflecting that and kind of screaming at you to move forward here. And with this energy I had in the very beginning with the Page of Wands, the sacral chakra, it has a lot to do with this activation somehow in your sacral chakra, and also to kind of, I feel some of you also with the moon and the Four of Cups, it takes a lot of courage to look at that, because when we open up that area, we might find a lot of difficult emotions. And with that Four of Cups being kind of a card of emotional stagnation, it's like a river that has been still for many years, and it's going to have a lot of dirt and accumulation of bacteria. So it's like we have to sort of sift through that. And I feel like this message here is for somebody who needs to know. So we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands, which kind of flew out in reverse, but I don't know if I'm going to take it that way. So I'm going to put it like this. I'm getting something also about like at the airport is calling, I'm hearing, or the airport, the airplane. So maybe some of you, this is about just travel or movement in any way. And surrender to your intuition was at the bottom here, which is what that moon is saying. And the crows, some of you could definitely have a connection to crows or ravens, because I feel like they are trying to be, it's kind of like we're looking for a sign here. Maybe you've looked for a sign, or you found this as a sign, and you can ask your intuition, or you can pray for something to give you a sign, and it's just a reflection of your subconscious manifesting here in this reading. And I feel like that's what the moon is referring to, that your intuition has already known the answer to something, but you just needed an extra validation of whatever that is for you. And I think it's going to be different for some of you, but I think it has a lot to do with the divine trying to lead you into these heavenly interventions and celestial beings to a future, or celestial blessings, but it could also be celestial beings too. It's like I'm seeing a buffet, and you can choose whatever you want on the buffet. If you want the fruit, if you want the salad bar, like whatever you want from the buffet. And I think with the Four of Cups, you've narrowed it down to only you can have one particular thing, but actually you can have the whole buffet. And so it's really about kind of broadening your horizons. And with this lollipop again, it feels like there could be a mixture of sort of putting yourself out there will require you to bump into some bad apples along the way. So maybe if it's like about love, for example, if you put yourself out there or you start dating, it's not maybe all going to be perfect right away. Or if you make a change in your career path or you decide to take a chance with something, it's not always going to go perfectly well. And so there's a feeling of like, you know, you have to just kind of do it though, because it's time to do so. And there's a feeling of overcoming the blockages and the hurdles. And this is like a very persistent message I keep getting of like, you already know this if you're here, or if this resonates with you, you already know this. And it's just trying to send you an additional message that like, I'm not gonna stop telling you this. Open up and allow a new chapter of your life to unfold. Welcome in the brand new blessings that are about to be presented for you. This is an opportunity for a clean slate. Yeah, so just confirming there. And I feel like this has been coming up a lot recently in the collective, but this reading feels in particular like more persistent for some reason. So again, this could be like one specific sign that you've asked for with this Nine of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles and the Storm here. I feel like there is kind of a feeling where for someone specific, I'm almost seeing that you could have like one choice to make which would be risky, and you know that it would be risky to do. So maybe, for example, it just could be an example, but maybe you want to quit your job and to follow your passion, or you want to quit your job and go towards a new job or company. There's something to where like your intuition is trying to hint at you to listen to that and not let the fear of what could go wrong hold you back. Because again, yes, it could be a storm. It could be a temporary kind of storm that will hit you. But with the Wheel of Fortune here and this coming home, it is bringing you closer to your true self and closer to these blessings. You are gifted with the power of healing. Step into the light and work with the energy to benefit yourself and to serve others as a healer. The light is around you. The light is within you and all around you. So some of you could be a healer. That's also been coming up too. For some of you watching here, you either are, a Reiki healer, Reiki master, or you would like to become one, or you're heading down that path. And this is just, again, another confirmation that, but it also feels like you can heal yourself too. You have the ability to heal yourself. With the Four of Cups here, there's some realization that you don't have to stay a victim, or you don't have to stay stuck if you don't want to. You can heal yourself at any point, any time. And I feel like there's a kind of a feeling of knowing that, but needing to take action towards that. And there's maybe some emotions that have held you back from doing that. I'm seeing dancing here for someone. Again, passion, Ace of Wands. We have the Knight of Wands, the Page of Wands, the Ace of Wands. So this is a completely different energy than the Four of Cups over here and the Six of Cups. It kind of feels still. And then over here, we're going into this like dancing, passion, action, movement, creativity, zest, life. So it's like there's a feeling of, again, confirming that it's time to start moving. I feel like, yeah, and we have the Empress here too at the bottom. And this came up in the last collective reading I did, but some of you could be meeting new people. You could be connecting with new people who are going to share this passion with you. Like I'm seeing travel for some of you, maybe going to certain retreats or meeting new people. And that's how you're going to also find more about yourself, because you'll meet people who will be a reflection of you. Okay, yes. We have, at times, we must approach situations differently to have a better result. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a new result isn't successful. Find the solution to a problem by changing your tactic or approach. And that's what we had already with the Four of Cups. For some reason, I'm seeing something about belief systems from school or educational systems. So I don't know how that relates to you and why that's coming up, but maybe some of you are needing to, there's some beliefs that you have surrounding things you've learned from a child, from society, and from your teachers in school. Something that feels like it might be playing out with this certain situation for whatever reason, I don't know. The King of Swords, the Fool, and the Page of Cups. Your story is not over, I'm hearing. It's kind of like your story of what you're here to share, and also the story of, it's like with the Page of Cups here, somebody needs to know that, how to put this, there's like a story within your heart and your soul that you're meant to share. And I feel like maybe it felt that it had stopped for a while, or that you didn't really have experiences in the future that could add to your story, you know. But I feel like there's some new story that you'll have to tell, you know, which could be because you are going into a new cycle of your life, which again has been coming up. And I think there's something about kind of what you're learning in this new cycle, which you can share with other people, or you can find another part of you that was always in your home. You know, it's like one part of you is beginning to emerge again that maybe you lost. So your story of life is not over. The story of your path is not over. Maybe some of you are revisiting something with the Six of Cups in order to share it, or to use it as like a medicine to share with other people, or to heal other people. So feeling inspired by that, using it as a muse. The Tower just, and the whole deck just flew out. The Tower. So here's lightning again. Wow, like I'm seeing a forest of frogs croaking, and with the Six of Wands here, this, like, some of you could have a connection to animals, but it's like everyone's cheering you on, even the frogs in the forest. I don't know why they're showing it that way. Maybe some of you do have a connection with frogs, but it's like something to where the support of like the higher realms, because frogs, when they're croaking at night, it's like there's this mystical feeling to it. And I feel like with the Six of Wands, there's many souls and energies that are cheering you on and kind of saying, we support you, we see you. A lot of you, this is a really deep message here too about like you are seen, whatever your story is. I don't know what that is, but some trauma maybe, or something that you want to share with the world right now, or something about certain parts of you that you're ready to share, that you're ready to shine out, that could have been hidden away or tucked away, or you didn't feel that you had the kind of talent to share this, or you didn't think that you were worthy of sharing these vulnerable parts of you. And it's like the whole world is egging you on, like your world, your support system, your team and spirit is lending you a hand here and saying that, like, congratulating you on this. And again, I'm almost getting this energy too where you're being applauded or gifted for taking this chance. You know, like you did it, you accomplished it, you overcame the fear that maybe others cannot do. And so you're kind of being welcomed into this mystical forest, is what it feels like, where you can dive deep. So is there any final message here for this reading, for whoever this is for? Surrender to setting limits. It is healthy to set boundaries in relationships. Practice expressing your needs, and remember that no is a complete sentence. Yeah, and that also came up in the last reading too, but because it could be for some of you that there's energies trying to almost like fish at you, you know, like if you're going to take the bait or not. So that's where this Four of Cups also comes in, where it's like with the crows and the moon, you know, don't listen to that. Listen to your intuition. Listen to me is what like your intuition's saying. You're being kind of pulled under into a safe, protective world. Anything else? I'm hearing needle in a haystack. Surrender to wonder and awe. Open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. And there's the orange again. So yeah, a lot of that like passionate, creative energy, and it's like being in the present moment. I'm hearing too, being in the present moment. Some of you might also need to, if you're comparing yourself to other people with that Six of Wands, again, you know, they don't have all the frogs in the forest the way that you do. And they could have other things, and they could have other talents and other supportive beings, but there's something special about your touch and whatever you're sharing that is like not to be compared with what other people are doing or what they're, you know, what they're sharing. Because your uniqueness is your own art, and that's going to be shared differently. You know, like if you are an artist, you could have a completely different style of art from the people who are working with you or the people who you feel that you that are around you. But it feels like with the Six of Wands and the Tower, you're learning to trust in your own talents, and with the Moon, like your own intuition, which is really hard to do when we are not home within ourselves. And that's what this coming home is saying too, that when you find home within yourself, then all of your soul's talents can be more seen because they're all within you. You know, the canvas or all the paintbrushes and all the colors are already within you. But if you had them scattered across with other people, and you had them with no boundaries, then you wouldn't be able to access that paintbrush when you need it, or that certain color you want to paint your life, you know, if that makes sense. So I feel like having boundaries with this, and not comparing yourself, but just focusing on your own self and taking that inward. And that Four of Cups might have been a message for whoever again needs to hear this today, that you might have done that. This might have been that you've left pieces of you elsewhere, and it's time to call those back. Surrender the fear of taking a chance, of taking a risk. Surrender to success. Yeah, you are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. So yeah, if you did find this reading, you know, on my channel without seeing my other videos, the reading I just did before this one about something about you have released the expectation from other people, that could also connect with you, because it feels like it's also connected here. And then this last card says, surrender your need to always be right. Give others the gift of letting them be right. Be yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationships. So that goes together with the boundaries here as well. So I feel called to pull from our bowl here for some reason. So there might be something that somebody needs to hear. This is names, cities, countries, life path numbers. So I'm going to pull a few if you're interested, and these do not have to resonate. If they don't, that's okay. And it might be a little bit loud, so you could turn down the volume if you want. Okay. So we have Sheila, Pete, Tanya, Dustin, Aspara, Lee, Charlotte, Mary, Leandra, Ling, Nikki, David, Frankie, Tanika, Kamal, Nashik, let's see, Mariella, Claudia, Asha, Taylor, Liliana, Aaron, Martin, and Britannia. And I think that's it for Jonas we have here as well. Oh, and then we have Annette Elise. So then we have here Louisiana, Raleigh, Boise, Delaware, Finland, Ukraine, Minneapolis. And then we have psychologist and artist. Yeah, so it definitely doesn't surprise me with the artist here and the psychologist. Anything to do with the moon, your deep parts of you coming out and showing that to the world. And then we have Scorpio sun. So also Scorpio energy is strong here. It also could just be Scorpio season is when this is coming up to be, to be brought out. So I'll leave it here. I hope that this reading could find whoever is meant to. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, and I will talk to you all later. Take care and lots of love.